Istungon Jokayadega. Istungon Jokayadega. No, good morning. Remember that. Istungon Jokayadega. Okay, we're going to skip sounds, but we'll go back to it as we go along, so it'll be there. Okay. Can everybody say Istungon Jokayadega? Can everybody say that? There goes Coco. Good job, Coco. Jinda and Jeanette.
Estongon Chokayadega.
That's it. Jinda, Anita, are you on? How about you?
Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Okay. Are you waiting for me?
Yeah, Istungon.
Istungon Chokayadega.
Dude, that was good. Okay, Lois, Jinda, are you on? And Dagoji, can you hear me? Istungon Jokayadega.
Yes.
Okay, can you say Istungon Jokayadega?
Yes. Estongon Chokayadega.
Jinda, Terry, Istungon Jokayadega. Istungon Jokayadega. Are you on, Terry? Okay, Darlita, Jinda.
Estongon Chokayadega.
Mache. Yeah, there we go. Olivia, Jinda. Istungon Jokayadega.
Estongon Chokayadega.
Mache. Woo! Yeah, impressive now. Really impressive. Okay, we're gonna go to forms of greeting. Okay. And remember when it says without problems, that's the literal translation for Istungo. Okay. Istungo, that's a literal translation for it. Okay, without problems, but it's also saying everything okay. Okay. Istungo. Without problems or everything the same. Everything the same. Imongo sha. Imongo sha. Hear that tone? Imongo sha. That's like a question now. Imongo sha. And you got to put that tone in there. You around okay? Istungon alfaga. Istungon alfaga. And then you got responses right here. Yes, we are without problems, or yes, we're doing good. Ihe dongodos. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. Everything is the same. Imongos. Seems to be no problems. Seems to be, everything seems okay. Istunges os. Istunges os. And then you got questions asked during greetings. Abawa dongon aboga. Is the rest living with no problems? Are the rest okay? And that means your household. Istungon. Istungon. Abalwa dongon aboga. Or abaldagi. This is more than two now. Abalwa is like your family, but this is like the rest of them. Abaldagi dongon aboga. The rest living with no problems. Abaldagi means two or more people. Jinakta means that belongs to you, and that's how come I ask, okay? Jinakta. Okay? All right. Now we're going to go to something a little more. Remember, it's all about you because it's verb, okay? It's all about you. Okay, so ja. We're going to go to ja. Did everybody understand the basic pronouns? Ja is used for feelings, family, and body parts. Things that cannot be separated. What you're feeling, and it's feelings, body parts, and family. Did everybody get that the other day when we was going through it? Like, I am hungry. Chalawis. See, you can't transfer that, so you're saying chalawis. Chalawis. Chanuchkilis. I am sleepy. Jafachkis, I am happy. Jajabakis, I am mad. Jahodorsis, I'm tired. Okay. And that's my word right there. That's my rain word right there. I'm tired. Jahodorsis. And you know, the old way, I used to say, "Hudoshkadalgos." And that's a short way of saying all there is tiredness. Hudoshkadalgos. But we'll get to that. We'll get different forms of that too. Because they'll ask me, "Dungo nafta," or "Dungo nafaga," and I'll say, "Hudoshka delgos." And that's the Hudoshi is the base word for that, but that's kind of a way we used to answer. Hudoshka delgos. Just tiredness. So we'll go through all this stuff, okay? Family. My mother, Chachki. My father, Chachki. My grandfather, Jabuja. My grandmother, Jabushi. Okay? Now see, you can say, my grandfather, Jabuja Ajulidos. My grandfather is old. Or my grandfather, Inokidos. Jabuja Inokidos. My grandfather is sick. See, you can add to those, but you're talking about your family. Remember, it's all about you now. It's all about you. Okay? So you can say, Jabushi Inokidos. My grandmother is sick. Or you can say, my grandmother is happy. Jabushi Afachidos. She's happy. See? And you're describing her demeanor when you say Afachi. You're describing her demeanor, how she is. So that's one of the things. Okay. Now you're going to body parts. And I just got 5 up here, but every body part can be, you know, your eyes, your nose. That's how you can use ja. Remember now, the beginning is ja. Jaga, my head. Jangi, my hand. Jafigi, my heart. Janaski, my stomach. Jashakpa. See, you can say Jaga Anokis, my head hurts. Jaga Yikjiduis, I got a hard head. Or you can say all these things. Jungi and Hashafkis, my hand is swollen. See, my hand hurts. Jungi and Nokis. You can put anything to say that something is wrong with your hand. Jungi Abishagiduis, I got fat hands. See, or Jungi Fakfagiduis, I got big hands. See, that all that, you can just add that to it. And then you can say, Janafki, Abishido, Fakido. You can say, my God, I got a big belly. See, all these things is due to this. And you can add it to more, like my eyes, my nose, my mouth, my teeth, my legs, my knee, my ankle. And we'll go through all that because every body part, like your knee, has a name. We'll go through that, but this is just some of them. We're going to go on, guys. We're going to keep going on. Okay, we're going to start something a little more difficult today. And this is going to take some time because I went through the dictionary today trying to find what could go with some of these things. It was pretty difficult. Okay. Remember, is used for possessions that cannot be separated from the possessor, beginning with the Mvskoke vowel. And your vowels are A, E, O, A, U, A. Okay? Those are your vowels right here. So that's how you start. That's how you know the difference to use A. Okay? And this is something that cannot be separated. Okay? Was that right? Let me look this up. This is something that can be separated. I'm sorry. It can be separated. I got cannot. Okay. This says amadami. Adami is your base word. But when you put amadami, you're saying my car. Is that clear? When you say my car, you say amadami, amadami. And see the it starts with your vowel right there. Okay. And this is kind of hard to do because it's kind of hard to check what's got vowels and which one is which, but you'll get to learn them. Okay. Amo legida, my chair. This is my chair. Amo legida. So remember, yeah, and it starts with this vowel. See this vowel here? And this vowel, that's what it starts with. Amishotetska, my pencil. See, it starts with this. It's sortetska. So that's how you know when you gotta use and it belongs to you now. This is possessive, okay? Okay. Amohombida, my table. This is my table.
Amohombida.
Amohombida. Okay, here we go to un. Okay. Un is used a little different. And this then is consonant. It begins with consonants. And that's going to be a little difficult, which we don't hardly, it comes natural to a speaker, but this is, I wasn't looking for them. So don't think it's just for speakers either, because I had to look for them, okay? And it starts with the consonant. G, B, he, gi, li. Whoops, that's not right. Okay, scratch that J. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Okay, me, ni, be, thi, si, thi, we, ye. Okay, mark that J out there. I didn't even apart. I might have been thinking English today. Went to English. Mark that out. Yeah. Okay. I switched over real quick, maybe. Okay, so see, like angadaboga. See that key right there, that consonant. Angadaboga. Anjofonwa, my fork. Ambosi, my cat. So see, that's how you do that. And you don't hardly use these, but it still begins with you. And we're studying all about I, me, myself, right? We're talking about that. So, but most of the time, you're not going to hardly use these. It's just part of language. So you'll know that there's a and a un, and it goes with ja, okay? Ja belongs to you. Belongs to you. Un belongs to you. But it starts with different letters. Okay. Any questions so far? And we'll kind of go back because I went looking for sentences for that. That was hard to try to do that and un. And it's like looking for a needle in a haystack, actually. Trying to find a word that goes with that. Okay. But this is your most important one is ja. Because you say Jafojifka. You're saying my name. That can't be transferred, okay? You can't transfer your name to somebody else. So you say Jafojifka. But there's one word that Amalegida. Amalegida, that's my clan, okay? You say Amalegida. Amalega. That's your clan, okay? So that's where that comes from. And that's where it's most popular at right there. But as far as speaking, I don't know if you hardly use it. I don't pay attention. I may use it. Just haven't really paid attention. Any questions so far on any of this? Jinda and Darlita?
Mox.
Jinda and Jeanette?
Mox.
Okay, I want every one of you to understand this now because we're going to be moving on pretty soon. But I want y'all to have this down. You need to get it down. Should we go? Okay, I'm going to ask y'all a question now and y'all answer it. Do y'all want to go back to sounds? Because we sure can. Sounds because our language is sounds, okay? It's not, they're made up of sounds. Our words are nothing but sounds. So, anybody want to go back to sounds? Anybody want to go back to sounds? If not, we'll just keep moving on.
Mhm.
But remember, study your sounds. Always study those sounds and remember them when you see it. And I want you to be able to see them and know what that sound is. Okay, so when you say G-U, it's Ju. And when you see G-U-F-E, you know it's Jofi, right? You know it's Jofi. Okay, when you see Biggie, you know automatically that's Biggie. Okay, so guys, if we don't need to go back to sounds, we'll just move on. Y'all got this. I'm impressed because it's kind of hard to get this, but we've been going over it a lot. And I stress those because our language, our sounds, because there's nothing like nuski. Hear those sounds? Nothing. Ni, fi, gi, e. Nuski is stomach. It sounds. And I hope y'all got that it sounds. Our language is sounds. That's all it is. In Iga, this is derived, Chaga, is derived from Iga. Your base word is Iga, but when you make it as yours, it's Jaga. Okay? But Iga is your base word. All of these words have base words on them. So you don't have to, we'll go some of that to the base words. There's some people ask for base words and you have to know those base words. And it is it's kind of hard to explain base words because there is base words. Okay, does everybody got forms of greeting down? Okay, Anjanette, Istungo. Response to this. Now, here's your response.
Here, don't go those.
Achi. Darlita, Imungo Shra. Here's your response.
Humongous.
Machi. Okay. Coco. Istungon Alfaga. Either one of those will work with that. Machi. Judy. Istungon Alfaga. Either one of these will work. Estongesos. Okay. Olivia. Abalwan dungon aboga. Dungon aboga. Abalwa dungon aboga. Your response. See?
Mongols.
Mongols? Oh, nobody. She said no, and that's bad, Okay. Okay. Wano. Jimmy go sabir. We trying for you. All right. Anybody else? Terry, Jinda. Istungon. Afaga. Istungon Afaga, Terry. Goji. Istungon Afaga. Okay. Jordan, Istungon Afaga.
Okay.
I want somebody to ask me. Coco, ask me any of these.
I think I do. I don't know.
Imongosh. Jinda. Dungon asaga. See? Okay. There you go. There you go. This is what I want y'all to do, guys, right here. We made almost, we got a form of greeting going here. And I can say, abalwada, dungon, aboga. See how these are going, guys? Abalwa, dungon, aboga. See? This is.
No, the new one's not up here. All I have is 6233623, but I think that's the old one.
So see how
You guys have the which number do you guys have?
see how this is going into a conversation.
Yeah.
You can actually get this into a conversation and it can keep going on. Okay, so this is what you gonna have to learn. Okay, don't learn them and use them. If you're in the same office, come in and say, it's the see how that's going. Okay. And then just like me and Coco had this conversation going, didn't we? We had this conversation going with just those greetings. With just the greetings. We made sense. Okay. Judy. It's going afaga. All right. See, she said, Aboga, don't go aboga. See, we made a whole conversation. We made a greeting conversation with that. It can go on and on. You can say, it's dungo nasaga. And how dungo afes. Hear that? AC? Afes, I am around. Okay, remember, you're using yourself. Afes. Remember at the beginning, the verb, single person at that present moment. Okay, it's dungo afes. Okay, now does everybody understand that part? How you can use this and do almost a conversation with this? Any questions so far? Any question, Lois?
Monks.
Linda and Jeanette?
No.
How about you, Darlita? Okay.
So when they say, so if someone was to say aboga, dongan, aboga, you could answer with dongados.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can. And then they can ask, you can ask them the same thing. Remember Jinda, and you, Jinda. See? And they'll be asking that same question. Okay? Good job. That was a good question. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. And some of these have literal translations. Some of them, like Ishtijadi. Ishtijadi, we see it as Indian. But the literal translation for Ishtijadi is red man. Ishti is people or man in general. The literal is man, like a human being, but red is Jadi. So see, and see how this language works? We kind of take it and say, we use Ishtijadi for Indian, Ishtiheki. When we say Ishtiheki, we're saying Isti is a person in general, but it's supposed to be Hatki, but we say Hetki. We, in this dialect maybe, or that's just like changing that language. So see, we do that, say white man, see. So guys, some of these there's literal translations for some of them. So any questions so far? And we'll go through those literal translations here soon, like which one is descriptive and what it actually says. Okay, we'll go through those sometimes. Like, did you know that an elephant is a descriptive word? Yubo lawagi. Yubo is a nose, and lawagi means limber. It's a it's a literal translation. It's descriptive. So any questions so far, guys? Any question? So any, all right. I want y'all to understand this. So we're gonna go back over this, guys. If we think we need to move on, we will. But until you tell me, let's move on, we'll move on. Okay? But I'm not moving on until you tell me I'm ready. Okay. Everybody needs to say we're ready before I move on. Okay? Before I move on. And sounds, we'll go back to them once in a while because those are what this is. Istunges os. Istunges os. To everybody else, it's a word, but to us, they're sounds. Our language is sounds. That's why we stress sounds. Abaldagi. Abaldagi. And so, any questions about that? Because today being Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, we're going to do review. Every Friday, we're going to be doing review, and that may be some of those sounds. Bakshi. Bakshi. What's Bakshi, guys?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Bakshi. Tomorrow. Very good. Bakshi. Bakshi is tomorrow. We're going to review. We may not get, but we're going to go back to sounds tomorrow. Even though y'all have had enough, go back. Because there's, you know what? There's a lot more words than this. If you read dictionary, look how thick that is. Look how thick that dictionary is. That's how many words we got. You know, I need to know how many words we got. I need to look that up. That's something to research. How many words are in the language? How many words can be changed? Okay. How many words can be changed? See, this istunges os is the base word is istungo. That's what it is. Istungo. But we changed it to istungos, istungo, imongos. That's almost the same. So any questions? And I don't want to confuse you. So you have any questions? Remember, there's no stupid questions. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Do not be afraid to make a mistake or ask questions. If I can answer them, we will. Okay. Jinda, Rachel, are you getting this? I want y'all to use this at least one time this coming weekend or through this week. Istungo, imungo sha, istungon asaga, and hear that sound, the tone. That's where your tone comes in when you learn your sound. Say this last one, Judy. There you go. There you go. Jordan. Oh, who is that? Come on in.
It's Tungun Afaga.
It's Tungun Afaga. Remember the ah right here. Afaga. And that's where those tongues come in. Okay, Jordan, can you say second one? Everything the same? Yeah, loud and proud. Loud and proud, baby. Imungo sha. With that tone. See, guys, don't be afraid to make that mistake. Don't be afraid. Because you know how many, my grandma, she couldn't speak English, even though, there were a few words she said. She made plenty of mistakes. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. And this is your language. Be loud and proud about it. Loud and proud. Don't ever be ashamed of what was naturally given to you by our Creator. By our Okfanga. Don't ever be afraid to speak it and be ashamed of it. Even if you make a small mistake, that's okay. That's okay. Because I do. Look at that J I put in there. I went to Stedke Bonaga. And see, Stedke Bonaga is and we're going to go through these guys, is a literal translation. When we say istiheki is white, bunaga, white man's talk. That's the literal translation for it. So we didn't have some of these words. We didn't know what, to European contact, I don't even know if we knew what European people were, the color of them. We didn't know, so it had to be descriptive, okay? It had to be descriptive. Into a European contact, that's how come it's a descriptive word. Okay. Any questions so far, guys?
Monks.
Jinda, Terry? Jinda, Antoinette, anything? If there's a question, let me know.
Monks.
Okay. Jinda, Anita?
Monks.
Jinda, Judy? Aramagas, Duwadin. Which one? Listen. Istungo. Istungo. And you know, you don't want to go up to somebody and just say, Istungo. Put that feeling behind it. Istungo. Yeah, there you go. Istungo. Because you're saying, are you okay? That tells you, I'm happy to see you. Are you okay? Istungo. And then even listen, right here, everything the same. Put that feeling behind it. If I walked up to Jordan and just said, can y'all see me? See, that's telling Jordan like, oh, but are you soon? You know, so you got to get up there and say, Imongo Sha, is everything okay? Istongon Athaga, are you going around okay? Are you wandering okay? Don't, put that feeling behind these greetings. Put that feeling behind it. Okay? Put that feeling behind that. Because of the fact that we're very, as far as Ishtijadi people goes, Mvskoke people, we're very concerned. We can fight and argue, but anything happens, we come together. If we can fight, we can be feuding, we can be Hatfields and McCoys and families, but when something happens in their family, we're there for them. We'll go to them. And then the feud will start again, maybe, see? And sometimes that will straighten that feud out. So that's how we are. We're very concerned people. We're concerned about different things, okay? So, go back to here. Is used for possessions that cannot be separated from the possessor beginning with the Mvskoke vowel. A, I, O, E, U, A. Okay? Okay. Un is used for possessions that can be separated from the possessor beginning with the Mvskoke consonant, any consonant. So, what we need to do is we need to learn these consonants, okay? A, I, O, E, U, A are vowels. Consonants are chi, fi, hi, ki, li, mi, ni, fi, thi, si, ti, wi, yi, okay? So, if you can just kind of remember these, and they're in that, if y'all got the dictionary, they're in that book too, these consonants. So, that's how you use them, which, like I said, you won't hardly use these. You won't hardly use them, but they're there. And that's part of I, belonging to me. Remember, we're studying about me. Starting about you, being that first person. What's you? Okay, later on now, we're going to go to second person, but we got to go to first person plural. First person plural. And that has a lot to do with language now. First person plural. That has a lot to do, and you're just going to start putting these sentences together. Okay, Darlita, I want you to start in your office, say the forms of greetings. But I want you to start with this. Istungon jokhayadega. And Jeanette, same way. Terry, because when you first walk in, You say good morning. I've heard it. I've heard people, and I'm not talking about y'all, but I've heard it in our area. They say good morning. Why say that when you can say Istungon Jokhayadega? Why say good morning when you can say Istungon Jokhayadega? Okay. I've used this myself, guys. I'll see somebody and I'll say, how are you? Everything okay? When I could be using this. Istungo. Imungo sha. Istungon afaga. See, it's just habit. But we need to get to this right here because I do use them myself, and I'm going to admit that to you. I do use them myself. Abalwa, tungon aboga. Abaldagi, tungon aboga. So see, but we need to start using this as a form because it does belong to us. It belongs to what we need to be using. But like I told you, I still say good morning. I still say good morning. And I should be using this right here. And whether they understand or not, if they don't understand, if they say, huh, translate for them. Did you make it through the night okay? Say, we don't have, explain to them because that might be info that they don't know that you're sharing with them. So you're teaching them about it, okay? You're teaching them. You're teaching them about what you're learning. So you're a teacher. You're a teacher. So don't go and Coco. See, there you go. Any questions so far? So use it in your office, especially the ones that's taking these classes. They've heard them, and use it. Use it as a habit. How many times you say thank you? How many times? Just think about it. This is one of your things, okay? This is one of your thoughts that I'm gonna give you. How many times do you say good morning? How many times do you say, how are you? How many times do you say thank you? How many times do you say hello? See? How many times? If you think about that, you'll kind of get an idea of how many times we could be using these words. You know, I always tell my class at school, I tell them, I say, use it. How many times you say thank you? I don't know how many times I say thank you in one day. In one day. Instead, say mado. Mado, and you've become a habit. And I don't care if you go to Walmart and say mado. They don't know, that's fine. But you said what you meant. Okay? You meant what you said. You done your part. You said thank you. They may not know what it is, but you done said thank you. And if they ask, tell them, oh, I said thank you in my language. In my language. Okay? Here's that key word. You say in my language. In my language. I said thank you. Okay? So claim that language, guys. Claim it. Own it. Own it, it's yours, and start using them.
I'm always saying, can you help me?
Yeah, I'm an edges. Or I'm an
Chiha.
yeah, I'm an edges chiha. I'm an edges chiha. See, and like I said, I come in and I say good morning to some people when I can be using this right here, but it's a habit because it's an English dominant world. We need to start going back to a Mvskoke dominant world. Because at one time it was our world, and then it changed. So when you walk in and you see somebody in your office say, "Istungon Jokhayadega," because I don't know how many times I say good morning. I walk in, and I'll say, "Istungon Jokhayadega." We need to be using this, guys, and forms of greeting. Istungo, imungo sha. Istungon asaga. And then your response. Tungoros imongos. Istunges os. See those tones? When you got the sounds down, the tones come with it. Okay. Okay. Ask questions asked during greeting. Abalwa, tungkol na boga. Hear that question at the end ka? Is tungkol. Abalwa, tungkol aboga. Abaldagi, tungkol aboga. And remember, 2 or more people is a baldagi now. Jinakta, what belongs to you? Because I can say Jinakta. Any questions so far? I want y'all to practice on your office people, or even at home with your kids, your grandmothers, your mother, your father. Use it on them, and that's a lesson for them. Then you will be passing this on. Somebody's got to pass this torch. Somebody's got to pass it. You carry the torch. You can just even teach this right here, or even this right here, even this. You pass that torch on. You're the torch carrier now. Every one of you, Jordan, Anita, Anjanette, Darlita, David, Lois, is it Mark, Mona, Odette, Rachel, every one of you, Olivia, you're carrying the torch now. You're the torch carriers right now. And the rest of the people that was taking this class, they're carrying that torch for you to pass it on. Okay? So pass this on. Use it. Don't go. And if somebody says, what'd you say? Tell them. Tell them. Say, I'm asking if you made it through the night okay, because our language does not have good morning. Okay? Let them know. Our language belongs to you. Okay? Any questions? I want y'all to use it. Does that, okay, are you going to use it, Anita?
Yes. Oh, he.
Oh, I know. Jinda and Jeanette. You going to use that? Jay, Jinda, Anita.
He.
Jay, Jinda, Lois. Jinda, Terry. Jinda, Darlita. That's what I want to hear. Okay. Jinda, Mona. Jinda, Olivia. Odette. Use it. Use them. Okay. Just because the clock, our time is ending. Our clock is ending for us to go. So, for being in this class, be the torch carriers, guys. Guys, carry that torch. If they don't understand, translate for them, because you just taught somebody something. Okay.
Mado Mahaya. Baksidawa.
Baksidawa.
Maro haram chihichasis.
Oh, Machi. Oh, I know. Jimmy, oh, Chihijatis.